What's up, Heat Seekers? I am Joe Otis from joeislit.com, and welcome to today's edition of LitPicks. We are live in the studio, and can you guys hear me now? That is the best start of the show yet. I don't know where Mike's at right now. That was an epic fail because I ended up I unmuted my microphone because I didn't want anything to pick up during the intro. So, how's everyone doing? We got some lip picks tonight. I'm waiting for Mike to come in the room. Looks like that. Wait, here he comes. So I was up 13-3 last week, and I don't know what happened, folks. I just really couldn't. I couldn't win a game if it fell on me. Uh, I don't know what to tell you. Mike ended up coming back down 13-3 and ended up beating me. So I'm gonna have to sing a little ninja rap this weekend, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And right now, back in the studio is the one and only Mike Costello. Mike, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. Yeah, I don't know what happened again. I have three laptops in front of me. Both of them don't work, and now I have an iPad. I have a brand new laptop that I forgot to charge. So that was my mistake, but we're good now. So
That was my mistake. I ended up what I ended up doing was I ended up muting the microphones in accident, and I forgot to unmute them when the song was over because I didn't want anything to pick up anything on the microphone while I was by myself. I didn't want anybody to hear me singing the theme song. But let's see what our audience has to say right now. We have this is the best part of the show yet. I agree with that. Epic fail. Yes.
so it wasn't me. I'm not
Because
going crazy. That makes me feel better.
we didn't know where you were. Because you vanished off. What happened to you? Did you need to change computers or something, or
I
what?
believe it's called Gaim.
Oh, okay, yeah. How many pieces of silver did the Brewers hat cost, Phillies trader? You know, I'm a Phillies fan, but I like to wear all the hats. It's my gimmick, kind of.
Yeah, when
This
did
is
this start? When did this
this
love
is
for hats start?
probably back since March. Joe Otis equals Judas, the Chrysler. Not okay.
I mean, is it like like you're not going through like a bob thing where you're losing your hair and you're just trying to cover it up with a hat, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to cover it up with a hat. That's one
Okay,
thing, but
just checking.
figure to try to something different. Maybe look. Yeah, I do need to actually cover it up with a hat now.
Just
That's the
checking.
truth.
I had to call you out for that.
It's either this or wearing a fedora. You know, I can only wear so many Phillies hats. I have the old school hat and I have the modern hat. I can only wear so many hats. So, I figured I would just start buying major league teams. Maybe I'll move on to something else. Maybe I'll try something different. Maybe I'll do NHL teams or NFL teams. So, so Mike, how you doing? Did you have a good week?
I did. I had a great week, and I'm ready for this super week. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my laptop here. So, you know, other than that, we're back. It's the new year, and it's
That
great.
says
This is the.
Bob
I
says
mean,
I had a
football's
great
on what?
minor league
Football's
hat.
pretty much on all Saturday and all Sunday now, which is awesome. So it's going to be a great weekend.
Yeah, that's right. All Saturday and all Sunday. And my wife, she was pretty happy that I helped do the laundry today because, I'm not going to be doing anything else. Sorry, hon. There's nothing really else I'm going to do. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week. It's the NFL Super Wild Card. We got 6 games of action, and I'm excited. Got a great slate of games for you. Right now, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope.
I
Let's
thought
go
they were
back over
done.
this. Periscope will be done in March.
Oh, okay.
So let's go back to the scoring. Is if you pick the underdog, which is 3.5 points and up, you get 4 points. If you pick the underdog that is 3 points and less, you get 3 points. The spread will get you 2 points. The over/under will get you 2 points, and the favorite will get you 1 point. Before we head into the games, see what our audience has to say. Joe will be immobile Saturday and Sunday, more immobile than usual, probably. Unless I have to watch the kid and chase him around the house, that kind of thing. What are you drinking tonight, Mike?
Water. How about
Water as
yourself?
usual. I got
No.
a pineapple margarita. I put some of the Screwball peanut butter whiskey, got some tequila, some sours, some pineapple juice, and that's what we got right here. And once this goes out, I got some Diet Dr. Pepper, and peanut butter whiskey. So we'll see what happens. Ever see Down Periscope? Never saw it. Was it a good movie,
Is
Mike?
that with I'm just going to go out on
Is
a
it
limb
with
here.
Kelsey Grammer? Or am I
I think it
confused?
was. Was it like Anna Nicole Smith or something? I vaguely remember. It was like
No
93
umbrella,
or
no.
something. I don't remember.
All right, well, let's start with the first game. It is the Indianapolis Colts at the Buffalo Bills. I'll tell you what, the Bills are looking very, very impressive. Stephon Diggs had his first team All Pro. Shockingly, Cole Beasley actually made the All Pro team. I think as a second teamer. A lot of people were wondering why, why he was on the list, but not like Mike Evans, AJ Brown, etc. But he's statistically he hasn't been as high up as these other players are, but he brings a lot to that Bills offense. He's definitely an improvement over how he's been with the Cowboys. And we are missing something right now, which I do apologize for. And we're going to go back to this look. There you go. You like that graphic?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. We got to do that. So a lot of things are happening with with the Buffalo Bills, and everyone's excited. They were practicing this week with the MC Hammer music in the background. Everyone's fired up, and everyone thinks they're going to win. And I think that I can kind of agree with them. But the one thing about Wild Card Weekend is that you always have to consider is that whatever you think is going to happen doesn't happen. Look what happened last year with the Patriots. They were shocked by the Ravens. So I'm going to pull a shocker right now. I'm taking the Colts in the money line at plus 250 as a high underdog. I think the narrative with this game is that people are going to say, "Oh, will Josh Allen, could he finally win the big one? Can he finally win the game to get into the next round of the playoffs?" I don't see it happening this week. I can see some sort of mistakes happening. I'm taking the Colts. I looked at the injury report. Both these teams are pretty healthy. They got Phillip Rivers playing quarterback. Jacoby Brissett comes in the short situations where it's third and fourth and short. He comes in and gets that first down. I'm going to be taking the Colts. I think that there are some times when they come out and lay an egg, but I think this week they're not going to. What do you think?
I think that the Bills are going to dominate this game. I think, and DeCastro's out, by the way. I think for the Colts, that's their starting tackle.
Okay.
He's out, right? And that's still huge, even though Jonathan Taylor's been running the ball. I actually do. I mean, I think it could be a good call here with the Colts. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. It's playoff football. But I'm taking the Bills here, laying the points. I mean, it's a team that you want. It's going into the playoffs. You want the team that's riding the hot streak. The Bills are doing that. They played their guys last week against the Dolphins. They didn't need to, and they came out and just destroyed them, and they didn't even care. They're going into this game. They're not having a bye. And, this is a game, too, where I also like the over. I love the over with this game. I think it is going to be a high-scoring game. My concern is Phillip Rivers. Does Phillip Rivers have what it takes, to kind of match the firepower with the Bills? And I don't think he does. I think that the Colts are going to try and run the ball, but if the Bills go up too quick, I think it's going to be trouble for the Colts. So I'm taking the Bills laying the points here.
All right. Let's go to our studio audience. Let's see. Screwball should be paying you for these spots, Conrad. Oh, that's hilarious. It's the shits. It's not the shits. It's good. Nib high football rules. Bills have won the last 6 games by at least 10 points. Last team to do that won the Super Bowl. Do you guys know who that was? I'm going to say the Rams. No. Is it including the playoffs or is it the regular season?
I would assume it's got to be the regular season if it's the last 6 games.
I mean, because I know that the NFC Championship game in '99 when the Rams won it, it's probably the Eagles. Is that the case, Bob?
That's what I was thinking.
Bills winning a squeaker. Game is close until the 4th. Bills cover late. Gregory will make a big mistake late, pick 6 or fumble. I heard Scott Warren was giving the pre-game motivational speech. Okay. I like the Bills in this one. Thanks, Mike. Got a new viewer in here. And then 2014 Seahawks. Okay. Just the regular season. All right. Okay. That makes sense. That's interesting. All right. So on to our next game. It is the Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. And this is a game where, I mean, look, I believe I was looking at the injury report. The only thing I really saw was Rashad Penny. It was questionable. I mean, you think Jared Goff, they'll probably be playing this week. I mean, he was injured last week. So I think that it's a different Rams team than what we saw last weekend. When the Rams had that John Wilford was quarterback. That's not the same Rams team. they still won the game. They beat the Cardinals, even with the backup quarterback. I mean, the Seahawks, everyone says, let Russ cook. Let Russ cook. That's all you have to do to win. The thing is that the Seahawks defense has been allowing a lot of points. They have gotten better in the last few weeks or so. But I'm going to take the Rams the money line in this one. I mean, it's not the same stadium, not the same formerly Quest Field, without the fans there. So I'm taking the Rams in the money line at plus 145. Again, a low underdog. What do you think?
So you're going with the wild card. Like normalities, right? The underdogs are usually doing really well on the wild
That's
card.
what I'm going with.
And I'm going with the unders here. This is a game where Goff's going to play. He's not going to practice on a Thursday and a Friday in a playoff week when he's not. They don't know if he's going to play or not. The dude's going to play. I don't know how much he's going to play, but he's going to play. Seattle's typically they're good at home. But like you said, this is a different type of season. Not much crowd. Like 6,000 people will be there. So I don't even know if there's going to be people in that stadium. But this is a game I really love the under. Seattle is a deadbeat under team. Their offense, they're running the ball, they're controlling the football. It's going to be playoff football, so it's going to be a lot tighter of a game. I don't see either team putting over 20 points in this game. I see this being a very big under, and this is my big pick of the week. I really like this pick. That I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring affair.
That's your Costello pick of the week?
It really is, yeah.
Let's see. All right, Bob says, no, the Eagles lost the last game versus the Cowboys. Okay. Seattle 33 at home against the spread in the last 36. That's interesting. Rams in a blowout. This is tough. I guess Seattle, their games are always close. Either Seattle O is good and D sucks, or the other way around. They haven't put it together this season. Goff will be playing golf after this game. That's really clever. I like that one.
I was torn with this game.
I
didn't really like. I didn't really like a lot of that. It was just I went back and forth. I was like, yeah, I think the Rams can actually win this game. And you look at this, and then you have Russell Wilson. I was like, I just don't know. So I'm taking the under here because I just think both teams, and especially they both played this year, and they didn't score a lot of points. And then, Seattle, I think, has gone under in the last 6 or 7 games they've played. Last week didn't really count because they should have went under. So I think that the under is a really safe bet here, especially wild card weekend.
All right. Next game is the Saturday night game. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Washington football team. I think that the schedule makers on this one, they want to get that high ratings for Tom Brady. And you know what? There really isn't much to say about this game. The Buccaneers are going to win. It's going to be a blowout. And I think Tom Brady and the Buccaneers offense are going to put up at least 40 points. I think the football team is probably just going to put up maybe 17 at the most. I mean, maybe I should just take the over in this one, but I think I'm more confident that the Buccaneers are going to win this one, covering the spread -8. What do you think?
I don't like the over in this game. I like the under in this game too, because I don't think that, with Washington's offense, do the Bucs really need to pour it on them? No. So I actually don't like the over in this game because, this is something that I like. Obviously, I've been saying this before. Washington is a very, very, very slow start team. They're not a very good first half team. They're a very good second half and fourth quarter team. But unfortunately for them, it's going to be a little too little too late. So here I'm going to play it safe here. I'm going to take Tampa in the first half. All right, it's -5.5. I think they're winning by a touchdown going into halftime. I do believe that Washington does cover this game. I think that they're a good second half team. And like I said, I don't think Tampa Bay is going to pour that on them very much. Evans is hurt. He's going to play a little bit. Tommy Boy doesn't play great at nighttime anymore. And if you look at his stats. So I'm going to take this here and just take him in the first half. And then, I think Washington does keep this game a little bit closer than people think. Although, didn't somebody was Young was talking smack or something like that on Brady?
He said he wanted Brady.
Yeah,
that's not a good idea.
It's not a good. I don't know what he said. I didn't really see much of it, but I don't know.
Everyone says they say that he doesn't play well at nighttime. Like, what does he need? Cataracts or something? Like, what's the deal?
But that's the motto. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I like the Tampa here in the first half.
Let's see. Going Seattle here, but not feeling great about it. Let's see. This game feels like a trap, but I can't take the football team. I agree with that. Only reservation here is Tampa has been the shits at night this year. Tampa should win, though. I agree with that. The word reservation, of course, we know why it was used. Let's see. Call me crazy, but I'm going football team here. The book on Brady has always been if you can get pressure with your front four, he struggles. I think Smith does enough on offense to win. That's true. That could happen. Let's see. Cause, if you're the pack, who do you not want to see the next round? I'll hang up and listen.
It's a good question. I guess they are doing the reordering.
It gets
The
reseeded,
lowest
I
seed.
believe.
They're going to play the lowest seed, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So I would say for them, you probably don't want to play. I wouldn't want to play Tampa.
That's true.
I mean, you're going to go into Lambeau. It's
Did
going to
it-
be cold there. Tom can play in there. I mean, you have Tampa team going in there. That is the issue. But I think they can match, the firepower with that. I think that's the one game they don't want to play next.
I mean,
You can
didn't
play
Tampa
Seattle.
handle them when they played in the season?
I have no idea. But
They
I think
beat
now
Green Bay.
I think it's just a different thing in the playoff time. But I think Pack. They're. I think my Super Bowl prediction for the NFC. I think it's going to be Packers Saints. One of them is going to go.
And this is a quote from the movie Rocky Balboa. Do you have reservations? That's funny.
I would not have guessed that either. So good for you.
Tampa killed them once. That's true. Tampa won.
So
Beat
that could
Green
change
Bay.
it.
All right. So let's go to the next game. It is moving on to Sunday, the early afternoon game. The Baltimore Ravens at the Tennessee Titans. Once again, I think the money's going on Baltimore in this one. I think a lot of people are thinking the Ravens are going to win. The Titans are the home team. Look, it was discussed from Bob earlier. He asked me a question. He said, "How could it be that a running back who has rushed for over 2,000 yards is barely being considered for the MVP?" Which I can completely agree with. He has different players in that offensive line up in Tennessee, and that guy rushed for 2,000 yards. That's a lot. That's a hell of a lot of yards to rush. He almost set the record. So, I mean, I think that a lot of people need to realize that once you have Derrick Henry running against you in the playoffs, when it gets to be cold, it's going to be tough. And I think that the Titans are the Ravens' kryptonite. I'm taking the Titans on the money line here. They want another upset. Titans on the money line at plus 150. They're the low underdog here. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this game, I think it's the same thing. I think it's a toss up game. I was leaning towards Tennessee. I was definitely leaning on the points, and then I just decided I was like, you know what, I'm going to flip the switch. Baltimore's been playing well the last couple of weeks. They haven't looked good, but looks like they've gotten over the COVID issues. I think that has been the big issue with them. The last time this team played, Henry ran wild, but there was two key run defenders out for Baltimore in that game. They're back. So I do think, I mean, yes, Henry's going to get he's going to get his 125 yards and probably a touchdown. But if Baltimore does what they do, Tennessee can't stop anybody. And if Baltimore marches right down that field, scores a touchdown, Tennessee gets stopped, and Baltimore goes right down that field, scores a touchdown, and goes up 2 scores, Tennessee's in trouble. And that's why I'm taking the Ravens here, laying the points.
All right, let's go to the audience. Let's see. I like the Ravens, but so does everybody. Makes me a bit nervous, which I can definitely agree with that. Ravens are probably the best game of the weekend, in my opinion. Joe going dogs is wild card weekend. That's true.
I mean, listen, they've won like 70% of the time, so it's not a bad idea.
Love the Ravens here, which sucks because I like to pull for Titans. Lamar is going to have a big day. The coaches have created a football to adjust for his limo.
That is a revenge of the nerds, but he spelled it wrong.
Of course. What else?
I got that. I finally got a movie.
Titans D is really bad. Don't know why. Yeah, he made a Revenge of the Nerds reference there, but completely screwed that up.
Spelling was not his cup of Joe. Hey, you're Joe.
Yeah, look at that. Next game is the Chicago Bears at the New Orleans Saints. Now, this is the game with, I think, the highest spread for the weekend here with 10 points. I mean, I think a lot of people don't think the Bears have much of a chance, but look, they played earlier in the season. They played at Soldier Field and they went to overtime. We got, it's a different quarterback in there right now with Mitch Trubisky, and he's been moving the Bears offense a lot. I mean, Drew Brees is back. He really hasn't looked like the same quarterback as he's looked earlier in his career. I mean, I think Mike, can't guard Mike is back for the playoffs here. But what do you think? I mean, that's a huge spread. So I'm just going to take the 10 points, taking the Bears plus 10. I don't have the courage here to go with the upset, but I think I'm going to take the 10 points. So what do you think?
It is a huge spread. It is a lot. And I just think that, like I said, I think New Orleans is going to be that Super Bowl team. I know it's going to be tough going into Green Bay, but I think that they are the Super Bowl team. In the beginning of the year, everybody pegged them to be, and then their defense just did not play well in the beginning. They were playing a lot of man coverage and just making stupid penalties. They've righted the ship a little bit. They're playing a lot better on defense, and I really like the Saints here. I'm going to lay the points here with the 10.
You did?
I was going to lay. I was going to lay the points here with the 10. But like you said, it's a lot. I do think that they actually are going to cover. I think they're going to win by 12 or 13. But I want to take the point here just to be safe. I think the Saints are definitely going to win this game. But 10 is a lot of points, especially for a playoff game. You still have the Bears defense. Montgomery looks ridiculous right now. I mean, he's playing well. So I'm just going to be safe here, take the point. But I do believe that the Saints are going to cover the spread.
All right. Let's see what the audience has to say. P. Hard to type in the phone. On. Question for Joe: will you be watching the kid-friendly version of this game on Nick? That was actually something that would have been funny that I could have did with Mike with like a bet. Like I just said, the loser has to watch the Nickelodeon version.
Wait, what am I missing something here?
This game is going to be simulcast on Nickelodeon as well.
Why?
I don't know. They're going to have like I guess maybe like SpongeBob is going to be like giving commentary. And
I saw that on Madden. That Madden has something with like a SpongeBob thing or something. So, okay, that's cool. I guess whatever gets viewers, I guess ratings.
Bob says, "Don't like this game. Too many points. If there was a crowd, it would be a blowout." It could be the case.
Agreed.
No doubt, Saints. I heard the Nickelodeon version is going to interview Von Miller at halftime for dating tips. Why would they have that on Nickelodeon?
I don't know what's
that
going on.
That sounds like a Bravo channel type thing. All right, next game is the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the last game. We've only been going on this for 25 minutes, folks, and let's have a nice little chug.
I just had my water. I'm hydrated.
This stuff tastes like peanut butter ice cream. I love it. So the Cleveland Browns, a lot of people were getting on the Eagles last week about, not really trying very hard in the game against the football team, and then the football team ended up getting in. It's like they were trying to give them the game to not make it seem obvious, but it was very hard for them to do that. And a lot of people give Doug Peterson problems. And I have to say is that if you're going to give Doug Peterson problems, why don't you give, Mike Tomlin problems for sitting Ben Roethlisberger? They have a game next week. We all know that. But, the game was meaningless in week 17 as it was meaningless to the Eagles. The only thing it could do is hurt them if they won. So, for everybody who's getting angry about Doug Peterson, you really, come on. If you're the Giants fans, you should have to put more wins on the board than 6 to get into the playoffs here. Come on, guys. But it's a little bit crazy. And then Joe Judge, he was a little salty and told a sob story. I thought that was ridiculous. So, speaking of which, I think that Pittsburgh is going to be coming in this game and winning. The Browns, they made a nice little effort. Poor Kevin Stefanski has COVID-19, so he's going to miss the game. And I think that the Steelers are going to win this one. So I'm just going to take the over, 47.5. It seems like a low amount. And I think this game can be very high scoring. I think this is going to be a shootout. What do you think?
So I'm actually opposite with you. I'm going. There's only one game that I like that is the over, and that's the Bills-Colts game. Every other game I like the under. And as a matter of fact, a really, really, really good play if you want to do that is to do a big time teaser and to take all the total scores, take them at 6.5. And take the Bills game at the over, and take everything else with the under. That's my personal thing. I think that everything's going to go under here. I think that with Stefanski out, dude, he is a phenomenal play caller. Like I enjoyed watching the Browns play football, and he's not going to be calling plays. It's going to be too tough. I'm taking the Steelers laying the points here. I kind of want to rescind that because I do think I don't know what it is, but I think that the Browns are going to cover. But I'm sticking with this. This is what I've sent you. I'm going to stick with it. And hopefully it pans out for me. But Big Ben's he's not playing very well. And to take that week off, I think, that could be, I don't know. But I actually think, and Pat's going to like this one, I think Connor's going to have a good game. Chubb's definitely going to get his, but yeah, I'm going to take the Steelers here with 6, but I don't think this is going to be a completely dominating game like people think it's going to be, the one-sided game. So I'm just going to be safe here. I'm going to stick with my pick.
All right. So let's go with the audience. Pat says the Browns coming in to play this game. Take them with the points, but I have a hunch they may win outright. That's nice. That'd be good for you. The Steelers benefit from the Browns' COVID outbreak. That's true. Best game of the weekend here. Tough game, though, coach. I like Pittsburgh to cover late. Browns kicker will miss a big hit.
I can't believe they're playing this game still.
That's a great Cody Parkey call. A loser of this bet gets a Philly fade from a drunk Edward Scissorhands. No. Serious question for Kaz. What would be a better invention? A way to send a small smell message to someone over the phone, or a pill you could take to make your farts appear as green smoke when they leave your ass?
So it's really funny because I know exactly where that's from. And I would probably think, oh man, sending a message to someone would be really cool because that's a random prank that you could just keep doing. But I would say that the pill would be awesome because you just drop it in somebody's thing, when you're out like eating, and then like Joe's just at like a random bar and just decides to crop dust somebody, and he's now guilty because green smoke will now come out. So yeah, I think we're gonna take the latter one.
That's pretty funny. I never thought of that.
Yeah,
I learned something that herons, they fart to communicate with each other. I learned that from some sort of educational thing with my son.
Wait, what happened? A what?
The fish, I think it's a heron or a cod or something. They fart to communicate with each other. It's weird.
Oh,
I just love toilet humor. Yeah, of course. Who doesn't like toilet humor?
I do the same thing.
You do the same thing, huh?
Yeah. That's how I communicate.
All right. So did you come with the hot dog of the week? I mean, I think we missed that one.
Yeah, we did miss that one, but yeah, I can.
But So let's give the fans what they want, and we're going to play the video. Hopefully, it doesn't shut down on you.
Hot dog of the week.
I still got you, right?
Yeah, you didn't unmute me. Good job.
So my hot dog of the week is the Indianapolis Colts. Like I said, I think that everyone's picking the Bills, and I think they're going to be shocked, and that the Colts are going to come up with that upset. And I'm looking forward to watching that tomorrow at 1:30 in the afternoon. So hope to get those points in our little LitPick games here. It's a shame because I've gone to Buffalo many times and I've watched many games there, and it's a really, really great crowd, the Bills Mafia. I love getting Anchor Bar wings before the game, and unfortunately, I'm going with the Colts here. What is your hot dog?
So I would like to say that I think I have every single week have called this. I have gotten this one right every single week, and I guess I plan on doing that. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of these things, but I'm gonna take the Rams here. I know Seattle's really good at home, but I'm gonna take the Rams here as my hot dog of the week. I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah, you have to give me some more time so I can create the banner.
Oh, I like the under. I like the under a lot. Okay, it's on there, yeah. But I like the Rams here.
All right, see what our crowd has to say here.
Yeah,
if I win, I get to give your toilet an upper decker. No. Better get that large roll out for the gat dog of the week. Made me laugh. Looks like Chuck is about to put the hot dog in the bun.
Is that a movie reference? Because I don't get
I think it's a movie reference, yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck, Chuck, maybe? Is that what that's from? All right, so let's go with the mega parlay. We have the Rams plus 145, the Colts plus 250, Titans plus 150, and the Bears plus 10. Now, this is a true mega parlay, folks. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But look, if you put down 5, you get over 200 back. So I'm saying take that mega parlay plus 40-16. What do you think?
You are all about the metrics right there. I mean, you are just looking at this wild card week and saying the underdogs usually prevail. So you're just going all for it, man. Yeah. Good for you. I'm going to go. I like the Bills laying the points. Like I said, I love the Seahawks Rams under. I'm going to take the Ravens here, and I'm going to take the Steelers here. I mean, there's only 6 games. There's 2 of them I didn't want to choose because, like you said, I didn't want to choose the Tennessee game. And, the Saints was just too much. So here it is. I'm not confident with it, but I'll take it.
Let's go to the crowd again. Let's see. Does that bar in Buffalo have better wings than Chuck's? I don't know. They didn't like 9/11, Bob. Come on. But, they do have better wings than Chuck's. That was from Grumpy Old Man. Good call, Mike. We know that.
I haven't had Chuck's in a while, actually.
Big Dom once ate 100 Chuck's wings to win the wing championship at Chuck's Cafe. True story. That's more impressive than 33-3.
I used to buy my baseball cards there.
How'd you buy the baseball cards? They had them in the machine, right?
The old one that was there used to have a baseball card on the side of it. They always used to have baseball cards.
It's a shame the best coach team in the league is in the playoffs. That would be
because they're not the best coach team.
Yeah, that's what Mike says. Yeah. So, all right. So I'm gonna stick with Rick Astley. I want to see you do Never Gonna Give You Up. And what do you have for me?
I would like to announce that I have done all 3 of my songs, so they're waiting there. But I'm going with with Buffalo. They were listening to MC Hammer, so I've decided to just switch the song here and go with the Adams Groove, the Adams Family Groove by MC Hammer.
Interesting. That's a good pick. Let's see. Old Chuck's was Nottingham Little League Central. It's true.
Yep. My picture was up there for a long time with a bunch
for Vito's Pizza.
Yep.
All right. So let's see. Not Central Hangout. Yeah, it was. Is that where all the popular kids went?
Went there after every game, man.
All right. All right. So do you guys have anything else? Do you have any questions for us? You want to chat a little bit? This is a very early ending show because we only have 6 games.
We got what's the what we could talk about the bowl game, right? Isn't the bowl game going to happen on what, Monday or Tuesday, right?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about the bowl game? I think I think Alabama is going to kill him.
I haven't looked at anything, so I really have no clue. I don't know about that. I've never thought I'd be rooting for Ohio State, but I'm rooting for Ohio State. It's like they're like there's like 4 teams that I don't like in college, and 2 of them are playing right now. But I just have to look at which team. I don't know. I'm gonna go with root for Ohio State because why not? I don't know.
I have to find a college team to like. I think I'm gonna root for Northwestern.
For it, you could do Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, but Northwestern. I mean, no one. I don't want to pick a team no one else likes. Let's see. Kaz's pick was up there. He said, "Don't serve this man." Oh no, he was never invited. That's not nice. Why didn't you ever invite Bob?
For what?
To hang out at Chuck's Cafe.
He went to HTRBA, which is that great slogan.
Mike says Alabama big.
RBA. Yeah.
Bama is greater than Camp Bucky's. That's true. Bob, what made you play for HTRBA when you were a good baseball player? You should have played at Nottingham.
Actually, we should have been somewhere else.
And be a Gator fan, Joe. My cousin's from Florida, so he likes the Florida Gators. All right. And anything else, you guys? Got any funny questions you want me to react to something silly? You can bring it out right now.
Or they could just ask you wrestling trivia.
Ask me wrestling trivia. Do it right now. Give me 2 or 3 questions, and I'll nail the questions.
I got the one. Oh no! If
I'm not even searching my phone right here. Give me some wrestling trivia.
What year was it where the first match on Raw was John Cena versus
Kevin Federline? That was the first match of 2007.
I don't even know if I looked that up, but
that was like New Year's Day 2007 when
I know it was the first match of the year.
John Cena did the JOB to K-Fed. He was actually a good heel, Kevin Federline. Are you guys coming with some wrestling trivia for me? Come on now.
No, I can't see anything. I can't see any of the stuff.
Here we go. What was the opening match of WrestleMania 25? So that would be the one that was Undertaker and Shawn Michaels was the big match there. So I don't have anything here right now. I know the second match was Chris Jericho taking on like Ricky Steamboat, Superfly Snuka, and someone else, and that was where Mickey Rourke was there. I think the first match though was like maybe it was Show Miz, maybe it was like Big Show and the Miz. No, that wasn't it. I don't know. What was the first match, Pat? I'm gonna give up. I was thinking it was like a tag team match.
Royal Rumble's coming on at the end of January, by the way.
Look at Billy. Billy's here. WrestleMania 1. It wasn't a championship match. That's a good question. It was the main event of that one was Hulk Hogan, who was the champion, team with Mr. T against Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper. Who was in the flag match during the Canadian Stampede pay-per-view? It wasn't the flag match. That was actually that was on the Raw after the Canadian Stampede. And I know this because this was the only match in the history of me watching wrestling where I actually got emotionally invested in the match, and that was. I mean, I should have known that the Canadians were going to do the job in Canada. The match was between, I think it was Steve Austin, The Undertaker, and Dude Love versus, I'm going to say, Bret Owen and the Bulldog. Am I correct? Money in the Bank was the first match. That's true. I was right in that one. He says you're right. I'll never forget watching that Raw as a teenager, and I'm like, oh my God, USA is going to lose. Like, I mean, what kind of loser am I then, you know? Give me one more match, then we're going to end.
What did you just say? What kind of loser are you? And here you are answering questions in 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember when we were in high school, it was like frowned upon where like we came in, it was and you were a freshman and you like wore a wrestling shirt and you were like made fun of. And then sophomore and junior year, you wore a wrestling shirt and everybody was like giving you a high five and you were the coolest kid ever.
You were the coolest kid ever, but the girls didn't think you were the coolest kid ever. Like,
no, but it was just so funny that how
maybe the guys might have thought you were the coolest guy ever,
wore
but the girls didn't think you were.
They're like, oh, dude, you're wearing a wrestling shirt? Like, you're a nerd. And then all of a sudden, sophomore year, like, you went in with, like, the D-Generation X shirt, and people were like, yo, dude, what's up? And you got the high five and everything.
Bigger act of treason, what happened 2 days ago, or what Brett did to the USA? I mean, how could you say that Brett did that to the USA is treason when he's a Canadian? So that doesn't really count. So obviously what happened 2 days ago. Come on, Pat, you can do better than that. Hello, Bueller.
Did we lose Billy?
He's there. He's probably. We got 5 people watching right now.
By the way, your camera is. I said this before the show. Your camera is immaculate.
When I turned on the camera, I was thinking to myself, I better like maybe pop some zits here because I don't want. You can see my blemishes. I'm like, oh no.
Said like you can do like your screen is high definition and mine's like 64-bit, like N64.
There he is. He wants to do the Super Bowl predictions. All right, here's my Super Bowl prediction. I think the Chiefs have to make it. Going in, you can't really not pick the Chiefs. The problem is the Chiefs are the number 1 seed in the AFC. So I think that, with that being said, you're going to see that the Chiefs are usually those kind of teams get taken out. But for this year, I think they're going to get in. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs in the AFC, and in the NFC, I'll take. The funny thing about the NFC is any of those teams could take it. So I think the most predictable one would take the Packers or the Saints. But I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. How about that? Tampa Bay and the Chiefs. That's what I'm going on right now. I think that would be a big money game too, especially with Tom Brady. What do you think, Mike?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was looking at like I have 2. It's like tough because I can't choose it, but I have 2 that I think it's going to be, and I don't think it's going to be opposite. I think it's either going to be the Bills Saints, or I think it's going to be the Chiefs and the Packers. I think both ones are going to go there.
They'll be fun games to watch.
I think one of the 1 seeds are going to make it. I do. I just think that the Chiefs or the Pack. I mean, the Pack. I think they're the best team right now. Like just with everything that they do, third downs, goal line, I think they're the complete deal. But I don't know. It's a good question.
He says Brett was too busy doing cameos for you. Bob says, "What match did cause I fall asleep during while watching in your house, Revenge of the Taker?" Wasn't that Undertaker versus Ken Shamrock?
Yes, it was.
Do you remember the time we were over his house?
Dude.
We were over his house. It was like the St. Valentine's Day massacre, and you freaking took a chair and bashed me over the head with it and you made my lip bleed. That was the worst.
It wasn't my fault though. I hit you.
It's a folding chair.
It was the chair like folded over.
I don't know what the hell you were thinking.
It was not supposed to happen like that.
Let's see. Mark Hammer wants to know what hurt more, Paulie's missed field goal at Edison or the film session after.
The fact that the coaches didn't let me kick the field goal.
That's a good point. There goes the game. That's the hammer. Let's see. Mike thinks Saints versus Chiefs. I think that would be a really fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Let's see. The starting quarterback week 1 for the Eagles will be Carson Wentz. What do you think?
I think it's going to be Carson Wentz.
Yeah. Chiefs will win the Super Bowl. Stop being marks. All right. Ha ha ha. Yes. Wentz. All right. You ready to end this, Mike?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good?
Give it one more minute. We'll take it to 45.
Good idea.
That's anything. Huh?
I'm gonna chug this. What do you think?
Whatever floats your boat.
Tastes like peanut butter ice cream.
Listen to that camera pick up those manly sound effects.
Yeah, did you guys like the sentence to the microphone?
The wonderful microphone, the wonderful camera.
Big Red gets his second. I think I'm gonna actually start an actual podcast here where I actually talk about current events, but not get political. What do you think about that?
How are you going to possibly do that without getting political?
I don't know. I'll try not to get political.
Bachelorette or the
Yeah, I'll talk about the Bachelorette, that kind of stuff. I'll talk about the girl who was in New York City. Remember that she jumped on the young black kid who she accused of stealing her cell phone. And she wore a hat today. She was like being interviewed by Gayle King, and it said like "Daddy" on her hat. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
I don't pay attention to any of the new stuff like that stuff anymore.
That's interesting stuff to talk about. I also like to watch videos online of people like not wearing masks in supermarkets, like starting fights. I saw some funny stuff about that. All right, let's see. So Marcus's Big Red gets a second. Who ate the Motley 6 in LBI? Do you know the answer to that one?
It was dirt. It had to be. There's
dirt.
No question about that. Or it was
the beer skunked? No. Crappy hat. I like this hat.
You know, funny story about that hat. Did you know my favorite player used to play for that team?
Who? Paul Molitor?
No.
Robin Yount?
Not Robin Yount.
I'm sorry. GS Marlins 10. Gary Sheffield.
You are absolutely right. And and Bob knows this. You know, my one gripe is that one of the greatest baseball games for PlayStation was the bottom of the ninth, and Gary Sheffield was not in that video game. He was not on the Brewers, nor was he on the Marlins, and I'm still very upset to this day about that.
What year did that come out?
I don't even know, 96 or 97 or 90. I don't even know.
He was in the Marlins.
It was 95 or so because Sheffield was in between the Brewers and the Marlins.
Then he was on the Padres at that point.
Right. But he was not in the game at all.
Oh, he was traded to the Marlins, I think, in '93, I believe it was. Like around the.
But yeah, but he wasn't in the game because we looked, and I was very upset about that.
Let's see what Mark Hammer has to say. Worst bathing suit: Joe Otis with the red shorts and hair sweater, or Myers ex-girl with Andre the Giant single strap. Real funny, real nice.
Wait, I don't remember your bathing suit.
Fucking Mark Hammer. Look, he should fucking talk. Look at this guy.
Language.
The game was against you at 95, I think.
That's what I thought. I thought it was 95. So he was with the Marlins then.
From Grenoble in the French Alps. Comedians doing Andre the Giant references. Let's see. The game was 94. The Phillies had blue. Yeah, that was when they've got those Blues hats. I don't like the blue hats. They were bad luck.
So how many hats how many teams do you have?
So I got the Brewers right now. I'm looking at getting another team soon. I'm not going to reveal that. That's like the secret.
Well, you got the Blue Jays, right?
Blue Jays. I have the Cubs, the White Sox, both Phillies hats, and I think that's it for now.
You need a Miami hat, sir.
I would if I was to get a Marlins hat, I would get a teal hat, the teal F one, the Florida Marlins one. He says, "Dosh, don't get mad." Mark, did you see when I did my rap against you?
That was good, man. That was really good. It was very clever. Well thought out with that, by the way.
I chose your bathing suit. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. Did you see my rap, my diss rap against you, Mark? Are you there?
Probably not. Yeah. I can't see anything.
He buys Marlin hats, Mike.
What's your
Marlins hat on?
3 of them.
Where's your Miami Marlins hat? Go put it on.
Oh, dude, I don't even know where it is. It's I've actually been looking for that for the longest of times, and I have no clue where it's at.
He goes, I did not. Well, you have to, Mark. I did a nice diss rap before I beat Snake.
Mark, it is very, very, very clever. You have to watch it.
Maybe you should watch the SmackDown countdown, but you don't. Mom, Dad, Buzz, where are you guys?
You
Uncle
know, I never.
Frank?
It is the first Christmas year I have not watched that movie.
Home Alone? We actually bought Home Alone. Lauren made us buy some DVDs. You got Home
We did
Alone
too.
and Santa Claus. And for Christmas, I got her 200 cigarettes. It's a movie that's like very
Yeah,
rare.
so you were saying that before.
And I got a rare movie for my brother, the movie Kids. Did you ever see Kids back in the day?
Yes.
It's like a very like mature movie.
Yeah.
I got that for my brother, so that was another thing I got him for his birthday, I think.
Yeah, dude, I really didn't watch many Christmas. I mean, I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I put on House Guest. Oh, that's right. You got the big fantasy draft tomorrow night.
Says Marlins do have a nice stadium though. Mike, were you ever at that stadium? Michael Buffet,
my
not
wife and I
you.
took our anniversary where we actually went to there, and we were trying to go. We went to Miami, and we were gonna go. We went for like just a weekend trip, and we were gonna go to a game. And then, like, I asked the guy, like, how to get there, and it was very difficult. So we decided not to go. We had to take all these different, and it wasn't worth it. So
Where'd you go there for your anniversary? Or I'm sorry, not your
we just went there for
honeymoon,
like
right?
just the weekend, and then we had our anniversary in the summertime, so I couldn't take off work.
You weren't familiar with using Uber or Lyft at the time?
I don't think it was around back then in 2015, was it?
Yes, it was. I think actually that was like when it first came out.
Yeah, I don't think it was around back then.
Let's go Bob Ziegler over here with this question. I was agree with this fellow alum about COVID anti-vax.
I've already signed up to get the vaccine. So
I've already signed up too.
Yeah.
The New Jersey website. I went on it.
I'll be getting. I mean, it might hit me as hard because I already had it, so I don't know how it's.
Give me the freaking IV. Put it right in.
Yeah.
I want to go out again. I want to give people hugs. I miss everybody.
Hard because I already had COVID, but we'll see what happens. So
went there for Marlins Phillies in June of 19. You said you didn't like Miami because of all the oxes in South Beach. Come on, Bob. Alex Billy says thoughts on bringing back McCorson.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's tough.
It's a good question for you.
It's tough. I texted you guys that earlier today. We played there. Remember, we played that Friday night game there against Nottingham because I forget why we did that, but we played there Friday night.
I think because someone's field wasn't work. I think the Notre Dame field was screwed up. I guess.
Yeah, that was right. That's where they used to have the football, the good old 7-on-7 league.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, how does a team like McCorson have lights, but we don't have lights? Does that make any sense?
What?
Like Steiner or Nottingham or West don't have lights, but McCorson has lights.
There's reasons for that. All right, I'm gonna.
We're not doing it, and we're not responding to Mark Hammer's question unless he wants to join Parlor. You can use that question there. Montour.
I see. I can't see any of the stuff because I'm on my iPad, but I have about 8% left, so I'm gonna have to sign off soon.
Because I paid for them. All right. All right, Mike, you gonna get going?
Yeah, I think we got it. I think this is a good week, and like I said, I'm pretty excited for this long week. So you want to, do your little spiel, and then make sure you guys stay lit here.
Stay
enjoy.
lit.
Get some wings, some pizza. You have an all Saturday night affair. I'm probably not going to get to watch any of the game on Saturday, but maybe I'll get to catch the late night game. I think so. That'll be
right. I got some. I went to the Trader Joe's. And I used my wife's list where I couldn't read what the hell it said, but I got me some buffalo chicken puffs. I got them for tomorrow.
Puffs? Wait, what?
It's like little puffs and like how they have, like puffs with buffalo chicken inside of it. And I have that, and we made pizza last weekend, but we'll probably do something on Sunday. We'll see what my brother's doing. So everyone stay lit, and we'll finish up what these fellows have to say. One more thing. Let's see. Lowell from Mark from Montour D1, 8%. Like the range. It's funny.
I still can't touch my butt with my leg. No, I can't.
All right. Well, this is a fun show. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you have a great day.
Enjoy the weekend.
Thanks. Bye bye. Like who says I'm drunk? Lots of alcohol, so stay lit. That's good for you. Nice.
And keeping the street safe on PlayStation.
That's right. Bye bye.